We're here with Dr. J.R. Damron. Thank you for joining the Handshakin Holmes video series.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here, Handshakin.
Great. So Dr. J.R. Damron is a physician, real estate developer, and an angel investor. He's been a physician in private practice for over 35 years and has been investing in startups for the last 20. And we're here to catch Dr. Damron's opinion on what you should consider before launching your business. So with that being said, Doc, what are the top 3 things entrepreneurs who are considering quitting their job should consider before they do so?
There are certain things that come to mind when you ask that question. I think there's probably 3 things that are important that your viewers, your shakers need to understand. I think the number 1 thing would be having a job and having the security of a job rather than going out and trying to start up a whole new business. I mean, starting a business is not easy, especially an entrepreneurial type business. Well, any business, any small business, as you know, I mean, 95% of businesses really do not survive. I mean, essentially, there's a big problem out there, and a lot of them are undercapitalized, and that's a big problem. I mean, a lot of people are very energetic and they want to get out there. If you're with an employer, you're also learning that business, and initially starting out, you're gaining knowledge about that business. Now, you can gain it on your own, but it's going to generally take you a lot longer rather than having the employer being providing that. So that's one thing. I've invested in unsuccessful companies along the way, but I've invested in successful ones. And so we as an investor will look at you very strongly if you have a product and the credibility that goes with that. You can show that you've done a good job and have a good business plan.
Great. So Shakers, point number 1, conclusion number 1 is going out there and getting some years of experience in the industry that you want to launch your business before you launch it is something you should strongly consider. So let's dive right into your point number 2 about benefits and everything that comes with having an employer.
I think that the second one would be the benefits that an employer offers someone that you would not have as an entrepreneur. More than likely, health benefits, health insurance, pension plans, profit sharing plans. These are very important, but you got to think long term. It's not just a short term deal. So if you're having to pay for that yourself, that goes right to the bottom line.
Absolutely. So I think to conclude your second point, Shakers, the conclusion number 2 here is you need to know if you're a risk tolerant or a risk averse person, and you need to look at the risk benefit and kind of analyze that. Don't take a risk that's too big that you can't afford to take. And if there's an opportunity or reward that's large, you might want to look at the risk and still make sure it's not too much. But pay attention to the rewards too, Shakers. All right, so number 3.
I think quality of life is important. I think your shakers need to understand what is the quality of life. Quality of life seems to be very important, and more people are thinking about that than they have in the past. Everybody has a lot of energy when they're young. They want to do things, but perhaps some of your shakers would be married, but they want to start up a business on their own. I think that all your shakers need to look at is what's the balance. You want to have a balance in life.
Exactly.
But those are some of the thoughts my thoughts on that.